Nikki. Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining our Zoom. We're going to be talking about redox signaling molecules, and tonight we're going to specifically talk about how they can help your liver, even though we make no claims that this is a cure or a treatment. So what's in this big blue bottle? It's an exact replication of what is in your mitochondria. So this is a bioidentical agent. You know, you're making this every moment of the day, but as you get older, you're making less and less and less. And it's so fundamental in the healing process. Once you get into your 20s, you're making about 10% less every single decade that you age. So when you're at my age, 56, like I should be so depleted of this, but I'm not, because I have this bioreplenishment. And the way it works is it helps with cellular communication. So it amplifies, it clarifies the signals between and within your cells, so they're just talking to each other better, and that way they can detect, repair, replace damaged cells, and kind of wakes up the inner doctor in your cells and make them go like, oh, there's a problem we have to deal with. It's going to boost your antioxidant production via the NRF2 pathway, but that's a little nerdy, so I'll just set that aside. Basically, your immune system will be fortified. So glutathione goes way up, superoxide dismutase goes way up. You don't have to worry about, you don't have to be a germaphobe. And then what I love is it turns on genes for the cardiac system, immune system, inflammatory system, digestive system, and hormone modulation. So it just empowers your cells to work better, heal faster. And we say every health challenge involves cells. And tonight we're going to talk about the liver. The liver, it's like your best friend. It's such a great organ. There's so many functions to it. It has more functions than any other organ in your body. It's just a master at multitasking. So what does it do? It detoxes chemicals. It metabolizes drugs. It's going to filter your blood. It literally has immune cells in it that can digest bacteria and pathogens and viruses and parasites that are found within the blood and also the digestive tract. It secretes bile. Bile is a fat emulsifier, so it helps with the digestion of fat, breaks it down into tiny little globules that are much more manageable. It deals with amino acid metabolism. So it converts amino acids into glucose, which you need for energy. It stores vitamins and minerals. It synthesizes blood clot factors. It's going to synthesize cholesterol, which you need so that you can produce more cells. And it's also important for steroid production. And it stores excess glucose in the form of glycogen. So when you eat something and then you have enough glucose, then your body is really smart and it says, okay, well, we want to just save the rest, and dumps it into the liver and in the form of glycogens that you can use later. And you might be wondering, well, what's a sign of when I have a problem with my liver? If you're lying down and you push under your right rib, and if it kind of like bites back or just feels a little funny or angry, you probably have some inflammation there. Also, if you've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, that's a liver disorder. People are always thinking that diabetes, it's just all pancreas. The pancreas deals with type 1 diabetes. And basically, the pancreas, it makes a bunch of things. It makes alpha and beta and delta cells. The beta ones are the ones that make insulin. And everybody is different. So if you have type 1 diabetes, maybe you're not making enough beta cells. Maybe you got an autoimmune thing happening where your body's actually attacking your beta cells. Maybe you have plenty of beta cells, but they're clueless because you need some cell signaling happening to guide them and tell them what to do. Bottom line is the insulin's not doing, you don't have enough insulin to do its job and to help regulate the blood sugar level. However, with type 2 diabetes, it's entirely different. That's when you have a fatty liver. And so with fatty liver, it's going to have this barrier to, oh, check out my fingernails. Look, Redox. ASEA. It's because I went to headquarters. I just got a glimpse of that. I had to share it. I know it's silly, but it makes me giggle. Anyway, if you got this fatty liver, you've got this barrier around your liver. And as I was saying before, if you have some glucose, you need the glucose to go into your cells. because the glucose is going to combine with oxygen. This is a very simplistic way of thinking of it. It combines with oxygen, makes ATP, cellular energy. It's great. You need the insulin to kind of capture the little glucose molecules and bring it to the cells, and the insulin acts like a key and unlocks the little portals to the cell membrane and says, here you go, here's some glucose so that you can make the ATP. Now, at some point, the cells are going to be like, we got enough, let's just store the rest. Go put it in the liver. And so brings it over to the liver, says knock, knock, knock. And the liver's just like, occupado, we're too full here. We have no room for you. And it sends the glucose back out into the blood, and the blood sugar level will spike. So some people will think, oh, I can't have a banana, that's going to spike my blood sugar level. That is not the issue. The issue is you have a fatty liver that's not accepting the glucose from that wonderful banana. And by the way, when you eat fruit, that is entirely digested by the enzymes that your saliva makes. So you're really giving your digestive organs, your pancreas, your liver, your stomach, your small intestine, you're giving them little vacation when you have a lot of fruit, because you don't need those to do any of the digestive work. But anyway, type 2 diabetes, clean out your liver. Also, if you're a woman, when you have your period, if you got a lot of clots, liver, because your liver is in charge of dealing with the blood clots. Also, when you pee, if your urine smells like ammonia, wait, did I say that right? Yeah. If your urine smells like ammonia, think, okay, something's going on with the liver, because the liver is supposed to convert ammonia that you get from excess protein into urea that gets excreted by the kidneys. If it smells like ammonia, clean out your liver. And then also, if you're a woman and if you have cysts on your ovaries, they're right underneath your liver. And if your liver is backed up, it's just going to dump stuff down on them. So if you have ovarian cysts, clean out your liver. And now let's talk about why ASEA is so great for the liver. Again, we don't make any claims that we cure or treat anything. But we do empower your cells to work better and heal faster, turn on all those genes and everything I mentioned before, and every health challenge involves cells. So I want to share a few testimonials. One is regarding a woman named Susan. She was diagnosed with a stage 4 irregular cells. And I know we happen to have somebody here tonight for the first time who is also dealing with that. And so I want to take a moment to explain why this can help with that situation. Again, making no claims, but your cells, you got trillions of cells, they should all have redox signaling molecules in them. If they don't, that is by definition one of those abnormal cells that can be a little scary. The redox signaling molecules, they're supposed to tell the cell if there's a problem with it. And so it's the communication system. So it says, hey, we got something that we got to work on. It is sorry about that. I got muted. It's supposed to repair itself within 2 to 4 hours if it detects a problem. And if and then it's supposed to self-destruct if it can't fix itself. That's called apoptosis. There's a Nobel Prize won in 2016 for that. It's cellular suicide sounds like a morbid concept. It's a beautiful thing. You want the bad cells to go away. The next line of defense is the neighboring cells. They're supposed to get the message via those redox signaling molecules that, Bob's in trouble over here, we got to go help. They don't get the message. I love the analogy. It's like your house is burning down. You call the fire department to say, hey, help me. They've got all the tools. They got the people. They got the water. They got the truck. But if they don't get that signal, they're clueless. They don't come to help. And then your third line of defense is the immune system. It's only when all 3 systems are failing that the abnormal cells get out of control, but you clear up the communication system and things are better. So this person, Susan, had a stage 4 situation with her liver and stomach. I can't remember the year that I met her, but I remember the day. It was November 9th, and by January 28th, 80 days later, that problem had vanished and she had completely regained her health. And now, Teresa, can you please make me the host? And I want to just share my screen real quick. Still can't share it.
Are you talking to me,
There we
sweetie?
go. There we go. No, different Teresa. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Teresa McKay is being my co-host tonight, and I am so appreciative of her. Okay. I'm thinking you can see my screen. These are blood test results. These are from my dog Otto. And if your eyes are good enough, you can see July 19th well, my eyes aren't good enough. It was a while ago, I think in 2018. And he wasn't feeling well. I took him to the vet. She did this blood test results. It's the top one. And you can see there's 3 columns. One means things are too low. The middle one means just right. It's like Goldilocks. Over on the right, too high. So we got some things that are way too low. The vet was alarmed. She did an emergency ultrasound, determined that he had a stage 4 abnormal cells in his liver and his spleen. She wanted to put him down. She said he had 2 hours to live. And I was just like, no. And I brought him home. I gave him this. And 1 month later, exactly 1 month, July 19th, everything is perfect in the middle column. And I love that because it's empirical evidence and he's a dog. Dogs don't know anything about placebos. So there you go. And then my third testimonial. Well, now how do I get back to you guys? I don't want to share my screen anymore. Teresa, what do I do?
Click your Zoom. Click your Zoom link down below. See your Zoom down here, down on the bottom.
I'm going to stop sharing my screen.
There you go. There you go.
I still don't see you guys though. Oh.
We can see you, Laura.
We
Okay.
see you, Laura.
All right. Well, now I can see you. And then Teresa, I am going to let you be back to host because you do this much better than I do. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. There. Okay. Okay. Third testimonial is James. James had some abnormal cells in his esophagus, but with his liver, he had the condition that is frequently associated with someone who drinks way too much. He was in trouble. He met me and we got him on this. And after a few months, he went back to the doctors and the doctors said they must have made a mistake. They must have misdiagnosed him because there's no way he got all better. So they didn't want to hear about this, but he knew why he was better. And now the very, very best liver testimonial I've ever heard comes from my very good friend, Masami, who I just have so much gratitude for this person. She's the reason why I got introduced to this because she shared with one of my doctors when I had a lot of health challenges. She said, hey, you need this and all of your patients need it. And I was the very first person that he shared it with. And the way he did it was he said, I got this stuff. I don't like how it tastes. It's about to expire and I don't know if it works, but something's telling me you should try it. And so then I did. And my dream of just being able to be a better mom and play with my kids, that happened right away. And then better things happened. My allergies disappeared within a month. I don't need an EpiPen. 2 months into it, my abnormal cells that I was dealing with for 9 years, involving so many surgeries, all better. My knees, my husband thought I was going to just be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life, starting age 35. My knees are good. And now he has trouble keeping up with me when we go hiking. And also I'd been on thyroid medication for 29 years. I don't need any medication now. Thank you to this. And thank you to Masami, who's spreading the good news about Redox. So Masami, I'm going to hand the spotlight over to you and you can share your amazing story.
Okay, well, thank you for having me tonight. And I'm excited about to share my story. And I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Masami Handloff, and I live in California. Originally, I was born and raised in Japan, and I was 24 years old, long time ago, over 40 years ago, I came to the United States. So anyway, my background's in healthcare. My husband and I own quite a large clinic in Santa Cruz. We have 9 doctors, and we have a great team in wellness clinic. And also I own anti-aging company from Japan. So I'm really into health and fitness. So we own the business for quite a long time. And what happened was usually, I used to be a massage therapist as well. And I retired, of course, and, like 13 years ago. So I'm always open-minded to any kind of product. And I'm really interested in any, gadget you can think of. And every week, people come to my office, this is the best, you should try it. My husband goes, oh my God, no. And, so, but anyway, story make very short. It's almost 10 and a half years ago. I was 53 and, I came from Japan. So at the time my parents was alive and, I was in Japan. I usually go home every year and I never get sick. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a wellness checkup, see what my body's doing. So everything's great. And unfortunately, when they did ultrasound on my body, they found little tiny spot in my liver. Diagnosis wasn't great. Doctor said, I am so sorry, you have C disease. And I was just flabbergasted, like, it's no way I have a disease. So, and came back to the United States and then went to UCSF, which is the largest liver department in the country, the best doctor you can find in San Francisco. Okay, so I had a connection with my husband. I went there, they look at, film and everything. They can't biopsy because if it is the one disease, it will spread and kill me. So I believe it wasn't disease that I had, but everybody convinced that I need to do surgery. And I really didn't want to do it. But also doctor said, I might lose your life. Okay. So what do you do? Right. I was scared and I was super depressed. Actually, I thought I was healthy. I eat well, exercise like crazy every day, everything you can think of. And I do everything, try to do right. Of course, sometimes like junk food, but not always. And I just have to do surgery. So they actually cut my stomach open and they took 1/3 of my liver. Horrendous. I was in ICU. I was just totally devastated. I thought I'm going to lose my life. Okay. So in the meantime, I have a friend. She's a retired nurse and I done a network marketing in the past. And usually network marketing company has amazing product, so I'm really open to it. But way she described it to me that ASEA was mostly the business opportunity. And I am so busy with this. I have several businesses going, running a clinic and, exercise, you name it, right? Last thing I want to do the business. But I actually kind of watched the video, like half and half, just not like all the way. Back then I have only one video, amazingmolecule.com. And it was kind of interesting. I thought, okay, this bottle is made in the salt and water, non-toxic. Body has it, but when you get older, you don't make enough of it. So I was thinking like, oh, that might be very interesting, might be helpful, my recovery for my, tennis and golf and what I do. But then when I got sick, I actually started thinking about it like, you know what? I need to try this product. Maybe it might work, but worst thing, it doesn't work. It doesn't harm your body. So I was ready to buy a product. And my husband said, what are you buying? Salt water, a milk making product? Are you serious? It was just, I thought I am crazy. But in the meantime, you guys listen to husband? I didn't. And go ahead, I ordered 4 cases. And I told myself, I'm going to take a bottle a day. I'm going to drink it and see how my body responds to it. Because, I have a very clean diet and I, respond to a lot of different things in my body. I just know my body very well. So just go ahead and this, blue bottle. I was in bed. I couldn't hardly move and couldn't talk. I was very, very sick. And after the surgery, I decided to drink a bottle a day for straight 7 days. What happened? first day, I just noticed immediately shifting happened in my body. Something is shifting and I didn't know exactly what it is. And then, oh, first of all, because as I took so much medication, and when I took this ASEA bottle, tastes absolutely awful. I was ready to throw up. It was so bad. But I thought non-toxic, it's good for my body. I'm gonna keep drinking it. After 7 days later, my big depression started going away. And back then we didn't have Renew 28. Everybody probably know. Okay, so I can't rub in my stomach because I still have a wound and just couldn't heal. So I just decided to put a spray bottle and put it in my stomach. And within a couple of days, everything started healing. That's where my husband saw the result and he was thinking, what is this stuff were you taking? So he's just start researching about a redox. And in the meantime, it's like, hey, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna keep drinking it. And the fourth day and the fifth day, literally 10 days later, I walked 5 miles. It was so amazing. And then at the time, my Japanese girlfriends are coming to see me. And I decided, I'm gonna seal my backyard and my patio. I was just getting a big brush, doing all these activities. And it's really literally changed our lives. Literally changed lives. So then a few years later, after that, I was keep drinking almost a bottle a day for probably like maybe the whole month or so until I really get back into to normal. So now, I take much less. Then a few years later, Renew 28 came out. And I don't know, you probably know Dr. Hayes, and he's on my upline, he's dear friend, and he say, you need to take a picture of your face. Like, no, I don't need to take a picture. It's not gonna change it. He goes, no, do it anyway. And I'm gonna show you this. This is 10 years ago. This is my face. This is a before. This is less than 3 months. In fact, I was in the, I think it's in a website. Yeah, I could not believe how my skin changed. So after that, I'm just drinking every day. And it turned out, actually after the surgery, I didn't have the disease. That was a mistake. It was a mistake doctor did, but I'm very thankful because I'm alive. I feel great. So let me tell you my routine. Okay. So I'm gonna be 65 within a couple of months. And so I take 4 ounces in the morning, and before I play any kind of sports, or after I take 4 ounces, before I go to bed, 4 ounces. So it's about 12 ounces a day. And then this is amazing. That if people haven't ever done it before, we have a great performance supplement. Okay, so what I do is energy and mind put together. It's all as collagen. I don't want to take each individual. I should put together in a big jar, and then I drink every day the size of coconut water. And throughout the day, drink every day. You don't feel any dip, and throughout the day, pretty much good mood and feel great. And usually I exercise about 3 hours a day, or maybe more, every day, almost 6 to 7 days a week. Then before I go to bed, actually I like to take supplement in the evening because digest better. So this is the Sources. It's a multivitamin, and this is an amazing product. I take a 3 a day, and then it got Laura told me about the gut. Gut's so important. This is great probiotic. Take a 3 before I go to bed. And then omega-3, I take it in the morning. And then another one is Boost Immune System Life Max. And I do every single day. And I feel quite amazing. So people always asking, like, what do you do? What do you do? It's like, this is body or you got, right? So if you're in your guest first time, you don't know anything about it, learn about it. And non-toxic, you nothing at to lose. If you don't have a health, it's nothing's matter. Nothing's matter. Now my dog is just 14 years old. She drinks. every day. If I go to see her, she just run from that, living room and drinks it. And then another amazing story is that my father-in-law, he is actually 98 years old. He was diagnosed with the C disease 10 years ago when I just started ASEA as well. And we didn't want to do any chemical treatment. He started drinking ASEA. His numbers great. And I didn't know this, but a few years later, he stopped drinking it because he just keep forgetting or whatever it is because he felt great. His numbers are up, and doctor wanted to put in chemical treatment. I said, have you drinking? It's like, no, you need to get back on the product. Now he's get back on the product again. Within a month later, his numbers go back again. He's very skeptical, but he goes like, I have to drink it. I feel great. And so, the whole family takes it. My daughter just had a baby, and during the pregnancy, she wasn't sure when I take it. Like, it is safe. Mom's like, trust me, you need to drink ASEA. You have a healthy baby. She'll throughout the pregnancy, she drinks, she'll not your birth, and baby's healthy. So it's just good for dog, human, plant, with anybody. I will never go without. Now my husband's a believer, and he's talked about, about the CSM patients, not too much, but he drinks it as well, probably 16 ounces a day. And he was telling this is like insurance, this is the insurance. So we can protect your body from whatever, exposed environment. And I'm just very grateful. So that was my story.
Thank you, Masami. It's amazing. And look how beautiful she is. Like, can you believe that she's in her 60s? And I think that that's a reflection. Like, you see how beautiful, vibrant, and amazing she looks. That's also reflecting on what's going on in her body. How beautiful her liver and her heart and her pancreas and everything on the inside. So the gel, it heals you from the outside in. The drink heals you from the inside out. Thank you, Masami.
Welcome.
Okay, and Masami has very graciously said that she would stay on for a little bit and answer any questions. She is an amazing strategist on building a business. She's a diamond in our company. But I had promised people I would just share a little bit of something that happened this week. I had the privilege of going to the ASEA headquarters in Utah, and you guys, it's better than going to Disney. It's so much fun. And I'm going to try to organize another trip and invite everybody on my team this coming February. So if you're interested, let me know. But just a few little takeaways. When we got into the boardroom, they had a little postcard for everybody. And it just says, did you know that every minute, they make a tube of 27 tubes of this. Every minute, 45 tubes of the Renew 28 gel is made. Every minute, 47 bottles of ASEA are made. They've got 50 employees, and something that you can really feel when you're there, you're surrounded by the employees who are making it. You get to see from start to finish how they make this stuff. And they're just so happy. There's just so much joy in that facility. There's also a pickleball court. They play pickleball every day. Also 3,585 product tests are performed this year so far. So basically, they just want to make sure that everything is perfect. They will test in all sorts of conditions. If they're sending this to Thailand, and it's going to be going across the Pacific Ocean on a really hot container for weeks at a time, it's 150 degrees, they know it's still going to have perfect efficacy. So 3,585 tests on this so far this year. And every single week, they do 6,400 shipments from that facility. And so far this year, they've made 368,000 tubes of the gel. And so far this year, they've made 2,268,000 bottles of ASEA. So I thought that was fun. And let me take a few seconds to explain what happens when you get to go to headquarters. So on Wednesday, we show up. Daryl is the vice president of North America and Latin America. So he gave us a tour of the facility, and it just, or of the headquarters, I should say. it just shows the heart and the soul of the company. And you get to go into Vertus's office. Vertus is the founder, along with Tyler. You see his desk and see all of his books, and you see a lineup of all of the bottles, from the very first one that they made and how it's changed. And it's kind of fun for me. So I'll see some of the stuff sold on Amazon. Do not let people buy this on Amazon. Nobody's supposed to be selling. It's totally taboo for this to be sold on Amazon, except from one seller, which is ASEA. And the only reason we're doing it on Amazon is so that we then have the authority and the position to be able to tell everybody else, hey, get off this website. You are a third-party seller. You want this coming from our FDA registered site. You don't want it from some sketchy third-party seller. Anyway, when I see things on Amazon, I'm like, haha, I recognize that bottle. That's from 2016. That one's expired. The one that cracks me up was the very first bottle on this shelf. And I told you last week how the ingredients for this, it's water and a tiny bit of salt. Please know this is not salt water. We take salt water molecules, and we start with that because your body is full of that. We wanted the same building materials your mitochondria get to play with. We break apart those molecules, rearrange the atoms, turn them into what your mitochondria make. So it does start off as water and a tiny bit of salt, completely turns into something else. I like the analogy that diamonds and graphite and pencils, they're both 100% carbon atoms, but the way they're arranged yields a different product. So the ingredients are water, a little bit of salt, and also it's not on the bottle, but the third ingredient is energy. And I was sharing last week that Tyler was saying he would get zapped. He would, he would try to drink the ASEA and he'd get shocked, and he would try to diffuse it by sticking his pinky in the bottle first to try to absorb the zap, and so his lips wouldn't feel it. They told me this week that they used to drink it, like hold the bottle way up and just have it cascade into their mouth. And you would see the electricity, you would see it zapping in the air when it would go into somebody's mouth. The whole reason it did that was because there were these nanoparticles of metal within the plastic bottle. When we changed the bottle, that doesn't happen anymore. Does not shock you. Still doesn't taste great. Doesn't shock you though. So that was fun to see. It was fun to see the treasure chest that Vertus originally had. Now he's got this great big one, but he has this really special one where people would send all these amazing letters of gratitude. There's just so many fun little things there. And then we got to spend an hour with Scott Aldred. He is the CEO, just sitting in the boardroom, just like us hanging out. And he shared a lot of things, and I can't tell you what they are because they're like trade secrets, and I don't want to get in trouble, but oh my gosh, it's so exciting. And just know there's so many benefits that we can't even tell you about because they're so great. If the pharmaceutical companies knew, if the FDA knew how amazing this is, they would want to reclassify us as a pharmaceutical product, and we do not want that happening. So it was just really fun to sit with Scott, just hear his heart, see how authentic he is, and then have him also describe this new product that's coming out with groundbreaking technology. Some people are like, oh, I wish I had known about this when this first happened, and like, how successful would I have been if I got involved in 2009 when this launched? It's going to be like a whole new thing. When this comes out in this coming February, it's amazing. And it's involved over 3 years of research. It's with collaboratively working with some universities throughout the world with ASEA. You're going to love it. I'm thinking February 26th it comes out. We'll see. And then we get to hang out with Hunter, who is originally hired as the chemical engineer. It's kind of funny. Scott thought that he was a spy originally. Hunter got hired. He thought this was just going to be a 6-month gig while he waited for his wife to finish a master's program that she was doing. Then they were going to move to Alaska. And he thought, he was just going to be like fixing machines and that kind of thing. But he's so smart and he understands the science, and he kept asking all these great questions. And Scott was like, this guy is a spy from doTERRA. Don't let him near the main machines. Anyway, Hunter is great. He is not a spy. And he gave us a beautiful tour. So you see from start to finish how ASEA is made. And then we had amazingly catered lunch. And then Andrea is one of the main scientists. So she did a presentation, and I liked when that happened because she said one little nugget of information that prompted me to raise my hand. And I said, all right, if that is true, can I infer that then this is happening? And if that's happening, I think that this is happening. And I had a whole chain of thoughts happening. And then I was like, am I kind of, am I getting the gist of this one particular trade secret? And there's over 1,000. And the room got really quiet, and somebody's eyes looked like they were just going to fall out of her head. And then I believe it was Daryl, the vice president, said she needs to sign an NDA. So I'm like, oh, kind of onto something. Not that it really matters. It really shouldn't matter how it works or how we understand that it works. Just know that it works. But that was fun for me. And then we had Becca come in, and she's one of the formulators. And as Masami was talking about, the energy, the collagen support product, the mind, and the mood. She explained all of that beautifully. And then we rounded the day out with Kim Marie, who is in charge of the Advancing Life Foundation. And we got to hear about the amazing things that we are doing in Cambodia and South America and Europe, all over the world, and in the United States, these amazing projects. And it just makes me feel so proud to be part of this company. And like, yes, we are helping people with their health. We're also helping them financially if they want to get involved with the business. But we're helping in parts of the world where we don't even distribute in those parts of the world. And we are making a massive impact. And I love that our company is so successful because it enables us to really help people throughout the world. So I'm going to stop talking, but hand it back to Masami. Does anybody have any questions? Because this is a golden opportunity to really get some tips about the business. Does anybody have anything for Masami? Or Masami, do you just want to throw some gems out there?
So if you wants to build this business, this is what I would suggest to do. My background is in business, not a science. So I can understand the basic, but not like, I can talk like Laura does. Use the tool. It's just the simple thing you want to do. Use the tool. And, because product is so powerful and almost too good to be true. If you're overexcited about this product, this product's going to work. And if you talk too much, you're not going to do well in this business. Always ask the question. A lot of times people, because, first of all, people doesn't have a value in a product, right? So if somebody's kind of tight in money, but they have a health issues, they was like, oh, this is so expensive, I can't afford it. Or, oh, I don't know if this is going to work. Those questions come out, and that's not your job to figure it out, but you have to ask kind of the right kind of question. Maybe sometime I can be able to do some webinar about the business. And for instance, if somebody has health issues, and you can ask, like, let me ask you a question. How long have you been those kind of health issues? They'll tell you story. People love to talk about the people's problem there. And then I'm always ask them, if it hasn't changed anything, the same thing 5 years from now, what do you think are you going to be? And what are you willing to do? What do you want to change? Those kind of questions you have to ask. And, rather than like, oh, I got this and that, and just not people not seriously, but, I experienced 11 years ago, right? Doctor thought I had a disease. I might lose my life, then do something. It's too late, And a lot of times my people say, oh, can you lose weight on this product? I usually talk to yourself. Life is only once. This is ASEA is just the tools to take you to the next level, right? You don't have to do the business, but why not? You can help, people, change people's lives. And when you do that, you get paid, but you can't do by yourself. Like if I don't help Laura or my team now, I don't get paid. So of course I'm going to help everybody, right? And then, if you don't have any experience in network marketing, it doesn't matter. You really, really have to decide what you want to do. This is an amazing opportunity, I can tell you. I've been for 10 years. And as Laura just said, I just came back from Africa for the the trip that ASEA does every year. I do a lot of different humanitarian work, and it just amazing experience. I would never be able to experience for working for myself or just going on vacations. I change people's lives in different way, and again, life is too short. And I really feel that, excuse me, because now I'm going to 65 and 70 in that direction there. How many years do I left, right? And definitely, if you don't need to think about finances, it's huge. I mean, you don't need to have millions of dollars, right? But if you don't have enough, that's painful. It's stressful, right? So ASEA literally give you opportunity to create $500, $1,000, whatever you want. We can help you to grow your business. This has just started, so it was very, very challenging for us to build the business 10 years ago. I mean, there was no much tool. We just kind of have to figure it out. I made a lot of mistakes. Now we're going to 44 countries. I'm super excited. Goes to Japan in a couple of months, and you're going to India. There's so many places that we're doing it. And, if you don't want to do local marketing, you don't have to do it. You own a website for $40, and, you can do, online business is just a storefront, and it's just to show you the result that you got product, and then just come from your heart. And if I can't do it, everybody can do it. First, when I started out, I was like, oh my God, I can't explain science in English, right? And I thought about it, but like, wait, it's not about that. I believe in this product. I have an opportunity. I've been in the United States. Why I came to the United States? Because I was looking for other opportunity. I want to do something large. And that's, later on in my life, I got ASEA, and I'm so, so thankful that ASEA is a part of my life, and it built me amazing people. If I wasn't ASEA, I wouldn't know Laura. All those people on my team are just so amazing. I want everybody to be successful, and the health-wise, the financial, it doesn't matter. It is absolutely amazing company. So if you would kind of interested to take a look at the business opportunity, look very deeply and let me know. You can get number from Laura if you want to build a business or help you to get there.
Thank you, Masami. I think that our business model is amazing. I didn't know what MLM was. I just wanted to get better. Like, that was my job. I just wanted to get better. Had no idea I was going to get paid for it. But now, I got this huge team, and I don't even know how many hundreds of people are on my team. Let's just say 300, for example. What if everybody on my team worked for 1 hour a week? That's like me working 300 hours a week. It's just an incredible model. And I love the product. You take it, you go to sleep, you wake up looking and feeling younger. And then the first thing I do when I wake up, I get online before I even get out of bed. Check out the back office, see how many new people joined my team overnight. You make money while you sleep. So great. And the best part is you're helping people. That's really all I care about. Anyway, yeah, Masami is amazing, and she and I, everybody in your upline, we're available to help you, and we're appreciative that you're here. Thank you so much. Does anybody have any other questions? Okay, let's call it a night. Teresa, thank you for being my co-host. Everybody, thank you for showing up. And Masami, big hug to you.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank
to
you
see you guys.
all.
Okay, have a great night.
Thank you. God bless
Yeah.
you.
Good night.
Bye.
Thank you.